been days working on computers. So we got this Dell. It's a Dementia 2400. Those weren't good. The 2400s were kind of the bottom of the barrel. However, this does have the same case, the same style case, as my Dimension 4700 that died. And it got me thinking, is it possible that they might have put an AGP, or rather, better still, a PCI Express graphics card in this system? Well, I opened it up. I took a quick peek yesterday, and this is a capacitor plague special. I thought my 4700 was bad. Holy shit, I have never seen anything like this. This is way worse. A couple things to note here is it definitely is Pentium 4. You could kind of sort of see the badge there. Windows XP, all that. These did not come with floppy drives, so there's just a blank. And let me tip the camera up. I don't know if you can tell. Somebody wanted a CD burner in this thing really bad. This does not even fit. And it fits so well in not fitting that it actually will slide out because it's not even mounted. Because either, I'm not positive, I took a quick peek at it yesterday, but I couldn't quite, I didn't get that far. It doesn't go. And the other problem is this is curved. So, like, there's no way this drive is going to fit. Was it removed from something else? I'd say probably, just based on the play and stop buttons. That was a thing for a while. There's marker, pen, or something. This is just regular CD, because it's a low-end machine. And that's a burner, CDRW 522452. That's your combination for your lock. Let's open it up. Not remarkably, this system looks very much like the 4700. It has the same style shroud, the same shape of it. They changed over the years a bit. And this is kind of a darker green plastic than they used to use. Gone are the green plastic son of a bobber schnobber on the drives, so you could snap them out real quick in that. They're not the old clamshell design. The fan is 4 wires. 3, 4? I can't tell. I think 3. It's a 3-wire on this one. No idea if it works or anything at all. But capacitor plague indeed. Let's go to the scope. So here's the heatsink. And take a look there, folks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in a row. These 4 are good. That one's no good. So that's 7. All the other little jobbers around here are fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. And the little guy there Not sure if there's really any others. There's one there, and in the scope it appears to be okay. And I really think that's about it. 7 blown caps. Okay. Now, I have no idea if this machine works at all, but you can clearly see they all puked. Curiously, those have lines on the top of them. I don't know what that means, if that was factory or not, but yeah, that's kind of bad. Oh, that's actually nice to note. Same retention mechanism, so if that 4700 ever comes back, which I know it won't, now I have spares. And here's a spare. In fact, this processor might work in that. We're not keeping this thing because it's a total turd. And the RAM, it has either 512 or 1 gig. I think 512. We'll take a look at that. But yeah, let's take a look. We'll see if it'll fire up, and we'll go from there. This machine might have a socket 775 chip on it, and that's kind of jiving, but I just find it interesting how there's so many blown caps on this thing. They get hot there because of where the heatsink and the, you know, all the heat that is produced, you know, that kind of made them not work as well. That was kind of the idea. Let's take that out. It is a 3-wire fan, and this does have a thermistor on it, so it's not the same as the other fan. Yeah, that's nifty. Okay. Alright, well, there's not much to see or do here. Well, I kind of, like, I want to do things, but I don't want to do things at the same time. We're not going to take the processor out first, as I learned from the other one. This is also an interesting audio cable. It's certainly not homebrew, but it certainly wouldn't be Dell OEM with just having the wires like that, just kind of twisted together, and that's connected to this CD burner that whoever owned this thing, like I said, I don't even know where this thing came from. Whoever owned this thing, they just had to have a CD burner for whatever reason. As far as the RAM department goes, first chip, PC 2700 DDR, 512 megabytes, and this one is 256 PC 3200. Haha! So it can only run at a maximum of 2700. You know, because, and yeah, isn't that just plainly wonderful? I really kind of want to pull the heatsink in that, but I don't want to break it, and I don't want to impede any chances of this machine not working. I don't know if it ever did, so if it doesn't, oh well. And I'm hoping, because this doesn't even have a hard drive in it, actually, that's something to check. Just get this RAM back in. This board, interestingly, does not have any SATA connections on it whatsoever in a case this new. So I guess they used this case for a long time. Obviously, it came with Windows XP Home and all that kind of great stuff. What I'd like to do is to try to run my diagnostics on it and see if, A, the thing will post, and B, if it does, it can give us a rudimentary idea if the optical drives work. I'll test them both if it does fire up. And also we can see if the fans are any good, and we can also run the RAM test on it to verify that's good as well. Oh, isn't that fun? There, that one just went back. The 4700, I had so much trouble with that. Okay, there. And on board, just to mention it, while we're here, on the back, PS2 keyboard and mouse, of course, 9-pin serial, 25-pin parallel, VGA, audio, mic line, and speaker out, 1, 2, 3, 4 USBs, and probably a 10100 network. Over here on the front, which you probably can't see, you have your 2 USB ports and a headphone jack and no microphone connection. Yeah, that's all you get. Okay, like I said, it was a pretty basic system. So let me get it. I think I could actually just turn this upright and we can work like a gentleman, you know. We could do two things actually. We could work like a gentleman, or we could walk like an Egyptian. This was a really bad idea. Setting it upright was not the right thing to do, because I thought, what if it doesn't turn on? Then I got to turn it sideways. So now I'm trying to plug the monitor in, and I got to tip it forward a bit. And I said, oh no, we're good. We're good. It's got the plastic on it. No. Fucking scratched, paint removed. I'm pretty pissed. Well, Jay, you shouldn't be doing it on your washing machine. Okay, fine. You're right. But guess what? If I did it anywhere else, the same thing would have happened. Okay, let's turn the thing on, or try to. Oh, I think I forgot to plug the power in the fucking thing. Yeah, I did. Because I got sidetracked with the other bullshit. I'm scratching the thing, so that's great. Alright, let's plug that in. Oh. Yeah, great. Fans are running, and this is kind of like a car that has all the lights on the dashboard lit up. That's really nice. Is that because of blown caps? It ain't doing anything. Let's kill power and give it again. The fans are running. Well, the processor, the power supply fan is running. Same shit. Opening this up. Yep, processor fan's running. We ain't got nothing. And this is like, I mean, it's totally, it should not be doing that at all. Oh, it actually does power down if you hold it, so that indicates that some circuit paths on this pops out. Oh wow, I didn't know that. I mean, it makes sense. This way they could just pop in, you know, whatever one, so you could just, you know, do an upgrade even though you don't really have it. Huh, that's kind of nifty. Well, we'll have to keep that as a souvenir. Yeah, just nothing. And the optical drive light stays on and makes no attempt, that indicates really bad things. So, let's try to power it down again. Powered on. Okay, fine. You know what? I'm tired of fucking playing games with this thing. We're just going to rip the IDE cable out. Now it's just got power. And look at that. It's live. So, this board, or maybe this CD-ROM, because that has not done anything and won't pop. So let's pull the cable out of that. Pull the whole drive in. Come on, there you go. Oh yeah, look, that came to life too. Well, sorta. I don't know about that. Nope. Okay. Power light is amber. So that's kind of what we had on the other one. Alright, now we'll flip it back and put it how it was, like I should have left it. Fucking moron. Idiot! I just had a feeling from the get-go that this was going to be a train wreck. And already it's turned out to be. You know, I mean, there really shouldn't be any reason to check any of this or see if it works. But it's really just a curiosity factor. It's not helpful right now. Let's take out the second memory chip. That's not going to do anything. Powered on. Still just the amber light. The CD burner they had to have is not doing anything. It's not even making noise. But it does still have a headphone jack. So that didn't do anything, so we kind of knew that was coming. We'll reseat this chip. We don't know that the power supply is good. We'd imagine so, because it's getting this far. And again, the same amber light. No signs of life with that. Take that out. And put the other chip in that same slot. Same amber light. Try that chip in the second slot only, just in case. This may allow that configuration because people are retarded and don't know what to do. So we'll try it just in there. Again, just an amber light, nothing. And try the other chip in there, and then we'll try a power supply, and then we'll go after the processor. Okay. Same shit, same shit, same shit. Okay. Turn that off. Transplant this chip back in the first slot just so we don't forget. And I will get a power supply. And we'll try that just for fun. While we're here, unplug that. Get rid of that. And that. Good. Power supply to the rescue. I'm going to separate my connectors. I put them back for some reason, thinking that I might actually work on something worthwhile. But only that one, curiously. That's kind of odd. Okay, so we got that. Let's go ahead and plug all that in. It does plug in that way there. There. Told you. And a 4-pin. And that goes this way. Okay. There you go. Power. Real stuck there. Great. It's just tangled up in all of the other wires. No, I had it right the first time, Jay. It's not going to do anything anyway. It just turned on by itself. Still nothing nowhere. Figures. So chances are the power supply is good. We'll leave that here because it's here. We'll disconnect power. And now let's, first of all, get rid of this goddamn audio wire. This thing is so in the way. It, like, seriously, it was so fucking hell. I think that's another ding now. This just isn't going well today. It really isn't. You know, I put the towel down to try to prevent this, but some days it just ain't your day, you know? So let's see if we could break the clips on this. We only need one, so that way if the other system ever comes back, which I already told you it never will. Yeah, this one just don't want to go. I might have to get a fucking screwdriver involved, which you shouldn't need to have to do. It should just pop up, and I don't know what I'm going to do for the other side. That's never going to go. Good. Stay there. Oh, this one is just awful. That's real smart because when it... Yeah, see, that side came out. The hard side comes out, right? Idiot. I'm curious what type of chip is in here. Well, it did say Pentium 4. Yeah, it doesn't say Celeron. Why is that so stuck? It's right there. And it just won't go. There it is, finally. God damn. And intact. That's a good thing. Alright, let's try to pop it from this side out. Wow, I can actually see what I'm doing. Holy shit. Oh, look at there. It's a socket 478. Huh. Ain't that some shit? And it is firmly cemented to the heatsink. So they used this case style for a long time. Now, the pins still look perfect, so it just sort of ripped out of the socket, which is okay. We do have to separate that from there, and there is a very special tool for that. Of course, I have it. There we go. Well, that's got thermal paste. Oh, and funny, it kind of looks like the job that I did. It's got all the little bumpities and all the little bumpities. Of course. It's... You know, it's not... People try to make rocket science out of this shit. Oh, I also looked up, just for shits, How often should you replace your thermal paste? Oh, you should do that every year. No need for every year. You can do that every 2 years. It's fine. It'll definitely last that. What? Thermal? What is thermal paste? That stuff? That's good for the life of the machine. If you take it off, you got to redo it. But if if it runs for 10 years, you don't need to change that. You know what the right answer is? The last one. You don't need to change it. It doesn't go bad. It doesn't hurt anything. They make such mountains out of fucking molehills. It's amazing. For the fucking life of me, I can't stand people. I really can't. And the internet especially. The best way. Well, you'll see 15 videos that all say the best way. I'm getting a paper towel. I got a paper towel. We'll just put it in the machine, all the scrunchies from it. There he goes. Thermal paste, as a general rule, is non-conductive. It's not a grease, it's not a glue. Occasionally, yes, it can get stuck, and of course somebody had a Weisenheimer answer for that also. Oh, that's because you use too much. Well, I don't know. This is factory Dell stuff from back in their heyday when they used to build great machines. So I have to be a naysayer on that also. The internet is full of misinformation. And the other one that especially bothers me is, oh, well, this video is more than 2 weeks old. This information is outdated. Oh, my God. You want me to... should I put this video up every week? Does that make it more current? 2.66 gigahertz. 533 frontside bus. 512. 512K cache, was it? I don't know. Okay. There's that. We'll get rid of that. This is a ZIF socket. Indeed. MPGA 478. It is a 478. And we have to reorient the processor this way. And we'll drop that in. There we go. I didn't like how that dropped in per se, but it's certainly in there. And there were no bending of pins while it did that, so we'll clamp her down and release it. And clamp it down again and put power to it, and if it doesn't fire, it's dead. I got a scratched washer for it, but I get to throw it out. Dead as a doornail. Well, actually, I don't know if I have another chip. Does this get hot? Let's see. It's kind of warm. I think it's starting to heat up. It's getting hot. All right, let's see if it'll overheat. I'm not going to touch it again because you can get burned. I did that. I'll get near it. No, I don't feel anything especially. It's quite hot now, but not all the way. I know I had a Pentium 4 or a Celeron, but I don't think that's going to make this thing live. I don't think anything will. It's the bad caps, and especially the case that it's been off. All right, let me see if I got a chip. The answer is yes, of course I have a chip. This has got even worse thermal paste on it. Oh, put it in the machine. This one is a Celeron 2.4, but it is socket 478, and it is a 533 frontside bus, so it clocks the same. So it should be a drop-in replacement for that. Still hot? No, it's okay. Nice way to check, right? Just touch it and see and get burned anyway. So probably that processor is good. This, of course, will be the test. Is that okay? I think so. What is that gunk? That's fixed. Okay, there we go. And yep. I'm doing this with the power connected. I think that's okay, right? It won't know the difference. We'll power cycle it just to power cycle it. There's a green light on the board. Get the residual charge out of the supply. It actually fired for a second, but of course nothing was going to happen. And I powered on, and once again, we get that amber light of death. Nice. So, interestingly, they use the same heatsink, but this one is not copper. It's aluminum only. They don't really go bad. It's just a chunk of aluminum. And the same hold-down stanchion thing, which I can steal from this board. So that's excellent. And that's it. So that's a wrap for this one.